Hello, my name is Jack Flaherty, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the Mary Wade Home and the way that it supports the New Haven community in many other ways that sometimes we do not even realize. I have a personal connection with the Mary Wade Home that goes back many years to my maternal grandmother and maternal grandfather. Frank and Margaret were raising their children and living down on 292 Clinton Avenue, which is a stone's throw here down on Clinton Avenue from the Mary Wade Home. As a matter of fact, I lived there with my parents up until I was 3.5 years old when we moved out of there in 1955. Tragically, in 1930, my grandfather Frank passed away from pneumonia and left my grandmother Margaret with the 3 children, my mother, my aunt, and my uncle. She was very fortunate to be able to find employment at the Mary Wade Home, which was very close to where she was living on Clinton Avenue, and was able to work there from 1930 up until about close to 1940 in those 10 years in supporting her family and making sure that they had enough food and shelter to survive in the very difficult times. And the early part of that time, of course, was the Depression, which we all know was a very rough time for everybody. It was a very touching story that my mother told, and she always had a very fond place in her heart for the Mary Wade Home. Because of the employment that it provided to my grandmother and being able to sustain the family going forward. And our family in general is eternally grateful to the Mary Wade for that opportunity that they provided for employment for my grandmother. And actually I have made it a business relationship with the Mary Wade over the last 7 or 8 years. I work as a vice president of Premier Printing, and we do a lot of their print work and their mailing work, and I work very closely with David Hunter and Kara in development, and Lisa also in the advancement area, in putting together some of the invitations, programs, brochures, and things that they need. So we have a nice relationship going forward. But again, this example of my grandmother working here is one of the examples that I usually tell about how the Mary Wade provides greater support for the New Haven area and being a great employer and a great contributor to businesses in terms of vendors that they use. And we're an example of both of those things that the Mary Wade provides. Thank you very much.